Hello and welcome, baseball fans, out here to Cedar Field at Cedar Park High School for tonight's District 25 5A matchup between the Cedar Park Timberwolves and your Liberty Hill Panthers. This is a big game tonight. Both teams coming in this game 7-2 in district play, both tied for first in District 25 5A. I am Jason Huebner, and I'll be on the call tonight. I'd like to immediately thank our QA, Shane Slowinski. He's going to make sure we sound good, and if we have any technological issues or our audio sounds bad, he will let us know as soon as he possibly can to make sure the viewing experience is as great as possible. We're here. We got the coaches meeting between Liberty Hill head coach Stephen Hutcherson and Cedar Park Timberwolf head coach Lanny Williams at home plate, right in the center of your screen. We are right behind home plate tonight, and we're going to go to the QA as we get to the starting lineups.
Number 1, Logan Dyer, designated hitter. Batting second and catching, number 28, Carson Riley. Batting third, playing first, number 24, Cash Durkin. Batting fourth and pitching, number 10, Cade Neuenschwander. Batting fifth in right field, number 8, Colby Duke Demars. Batting sixth, second base, number 11, Trent Eller. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 2, Garrett Neely. Batting eighth in center field, number 7, Jack Stavanoff. And batting ninth in left field, number 3, Chase Maxwell. Liberty Hill Panthers are coached by Steve Hutchinson, Kyle Boucher, Jordan Johns, Matthew Bridges, and Will Reeder. Ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time for your Cedar Park Timberwolves. Leading off in right field, number 1, Cade Davis. Davis in right field. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 10, Julian Swift. Batting third and catching, number 40, Louis Alonzo. Batting fourth and pitching, number 17, Adam Vaughn. Batting fifth, playing first, number 21, Jackson Harvey. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 25, Murray Robinson. He'll be designated hitting for third baseman, number 15, Quint Mullen. Batting seventh and second base, number 13, Brady Richardson. Batting eighth in left field, number 20, Houston Molinaro. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 11, Brooks Dillman. Subs are number 2, Ian Garcia, number 5, Ethan Becker, number 7, Carter Wool, number 12, Caleb Rhodes, number 27, Logan Vokes, number 30, Austin Garcia, and number 31, Tyler Clifton.
Welcome back here to Cedar Field, where you just heard the starting lineups. No national anthem on the broadcast tonight. It was played right before we went live. It is for military and first responder night here in Cedar Park, so we'd like to thank as well here on the broadcast if you served in the military or are serving in the military, or you're one of those first responders, have been or is. We'd also like to thank you for all that you do. On the mound tonight for the Timberwolves is going to be Adam Vaughn. Vaughn is a big pitcher and a big hitter. He's hitting cleanup tonight, and he's going to be their pitcher. Big arm on the mound. A Texas A&M Corpus Christi commit, and he's going to look to lock the Panthers down here in Cedar Park. Liberty Hill, though, comes into this game winning their last 6 games. So they're the hottest team in this district, and they're going to look to continue it tonight here against the Timberwolves. We're looking to start here just a little bit early, so I'm sorry if they don't usually turn in for the pregame segment, they're going to miss the first at bat here, as it's going to be Logan Dyer leading off the Panthers, as he has all district season. Vaughn on the mound for the Timberwolves. Dyer at the plate for Liberty Hill. First pitch to Dyer. Fastball in there for strike 1. Vaughn, big delivery, big arm, 6'2", long, lengthy frame. He's going to use it to his advantage. First pitch. Our second pitch there is a changeup off the plate. Works Dyer's count to 1-1. Fans still piling in here at Cedar Park, That one's grounded weakly right back to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to feel it. Dyer's running hard. Vaughn makes a throw over to first base for out number 1. The throw over there to first baseman Jackson Harvey, and Dyer's the first out of the ball game.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 28, Carson Riley.
So 1 out tonight. 1 out here in the top of the first. Starting a little bit early here on Cedar Park. Vaughn winds up first pitch to Riley. Big curveball in there for strike number 1. Both of these teams in the top 25 in 5A. Liberty Hill comes in at 19 in last week's poll. Cedar Park number 17. So both these teams playing really well right now. That second pitch curveball's high, brings the count to 1-1. Key to tonight's ball game is, can Liberty Hill jump on Vaughn like they did Oscar Salazar last Tuesday night? Carson Riley takes that pitch into deep center field. Center fielder going back. And that looks like Brooks Dillman able to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Liberty Hill.
Now batting first baseman number 24, Cash Durkin.
2 quick outs for the Panthers, and they'll bring up Cash Durkin. Durkin, one of the hottest hitters in not just this league, but in the area. 4 home runs in his last 4 games, and he's going to look to maybe smash another one tonight. Vaughn, first pitch to Durkin. That one's off the plate outside for ball number 1. Liberty Hill 19-4 coming this game. Cedar Park 15-6-1. 1-0 pitch to Durkin. That's a fastball below the knees for ball number 2. So 2 balls to Durkin. Durkin playing first base for the Panthers tonight in the 3-hole. Vaughn looking to go 1-2-3 for the Timberwolves. That fastball is chased by Durkin off the plate. Brings the count to 2-1. So 2 quick outs here for the Panthers here in Cedar Park in this District 25 5A matchup. 2-1 pitch. Fastball hit right up the middle for Durkin, and he's going to continue his success with a single up the middle. First hit of the ball game for the Panthers, and Durkin stays hot.
Now batting pitcher number 10, Cade Neuenschwander.
So now bring up Neuenschwander. Neuenschwander's going to get the nod on the mound for tonight for Liberty Hill. He usually resides at third base, but has been on the mound a few times this season, and he'll have a big spot start here tonight. First pitch to Neuenschwander. Big curveball in there for strike number 1. Vaughn using a curveball fastball combination early. Shakes off his catcher tonight, Louis Alonzo. The 0-1 pitch to Neuenschwander. That fastball's right at the knees for strike number 2. So Neuenschwander down early, 0-2. 2 outs here in the inning. Neuenschwander looking to keep the Panthers alive. 0-2 pitch. Curveball chased by Neuenschwander for out number 3. So Panthers not able to get anything going in the first, and we'll head to the bottom half of the inning where Liberty Hill will look to respond with their own pitching and defense. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
Turn 13, again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds, really close up in the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to J. Seaver Field. We're in the bottom of the first inning, and if you're just joining us at 7 o'clock looking for that first pitch, you're a little bit late. Started a little bit early here in Cedar Park. We had first responder and military appreciation night. Started a little bit early, got over pretty fast. Once again, thank you to all those military and first responders for all that you do. On the mound tonight for Liberty Hill is going to be Cade Neuenschwander. Neuenschwander had the start against Eastview just last Saturday. Went 4 innings in that ball game, able to get the win as the Panthers routed Eastview 17-1. So Neuenschwander's just about ready to go. Carson Riley will throw it down, and we'll get your defense for the Panthers. It's going to be that same defense they had against Eastview a couple games ago. Riley behind the plate, Neuenschwander on the mound. At first is Cash Durkin. Second baseman is Trent Eller. The shortstop, Garrett Neely. the third baseman, Ty Maldonado. Out in left, Maxwell. In center is Stavinoa, and in right field is Colby DeMars. Now leading off for the Timberwolves here is going to be Cade Davis playing right field tonight. Davis, a lefty. Noonschwander working from the stretch. First pitch of the inning. Fastball outside for ball number 1. So 1-0 for Davis. Here's the pitch. That fastball's high and away for ball number 2. Noonschwander's a little bit outside. He'll look to find the strike zone on the 2-0 here. That one, same pitch place as the last time, is high and away for ball 3. So 3-0 early. Noonschwander trying to keep the Timberwolves off at the base pass. That one's in there for strike number 1. So 3-1 for Davis, leading off the Timberwolves. That one's grounded over to Garrett Neely at short. Neely fields it cleanly, throws it across the diamond to Durkin, who's able to make the one-hopped catch for out number 1. Good scoop over there by Durkin at first base. Throw about a few feet short from Neely, but not a worry. Durkin over there to make the out, make the catch. Now brings up Julian Swift. Swift had a monster game against the Panthers last time. Went 4 for 4 in that one, where Cedar Park just destroyed Liberty Hill last time. Liberty Hill looking to make this game much more competitive and try to win their 7th straight. First pitch to Swift was low in the dirt for ball number 1. Noonschwander set, now 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball. A little bit high, brings the count to 2-0. So Noonschwander once again falls behind, 2-0 here. That one's into center field, and Swift's going to have a single there as Stavinoa goes and tracks it down. And Swift will reach base with his own single.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, catcher number 40, Louis Alonzo.
Swift continuing his hot success against the Panthers. Now it's going to be Louis Alonzo, the catcher for the Timberwolves. He's going to come into the batter's box with a runner on first base. Liberty Hill in double play depth, trying to turn double play here maybe with a ground ball. First pitch fastballs high and inside for ball number 1. So 1-0. Noonschwander set. Here's the pitch. That one's into left field. Maxwell going over to it. Able to make the diving catch for out number 2. Hard hit ball there by Alonzo. But Maxwell over there, able to field it with a little bit of a dive for out number 2. So 2 outs now for the Panthers, and they're going to look to have to retire Adam Vaughn here, the pitcher. That's a nice ball game. All set cleanup spot. First pitch to Vaughn, curveball in there for strike 1. As I mentioned, Vaughn going to Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the fall. 0-1 pitch, another curveball. That one's also in there for strike number 2. So 2 early curveballs from Noonschwander both break into the strike zone, and he's down. He has Vaughn down 0-2. Swift on first for the Timberwolves. Liberty Hill looking to head to the 2nd inning. 0-2 pitch, high fastball. A little bit too high for a chase pitch, but so he'll work the count to 1-2. Good idea there from Noonschwander. Set. Now here's the pitch. That curveball's hit up the middle, and that's going to be another single. Swift's going to be held at second, though. He's not going to run on Stavinoa.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, first baseman
And
number
there,
21.
2 singles has runners on first and second for the Timberwolves. Liberty Hill going to have to keep the Timberwolves bats at bay if they're going to have success in this ball game. Last time at Liberty Hill, Cedar Park put a pounding with the bats, and Liberty Hill was unable to answer with any of their own. So they're going to have some different fortune tonight, and they're in a little bit of a jam here early. Noonschwander set, 2 outs. First pitch to Jackson Harvey. Harvey, the first baseman. That fastball was in there for strike number 1. So 0-1 for Harvey. Swift on second, Vaughn on first. There's a courtesy runner in for Vaughn. That one's grounded weakly over to Dirk, and Noonschwander's going to have to cover. They'll flip it to Noonschwander for out, not out number 3. Noonschwander unable to make the catch, and the bases will be loaded for the Timberwolves.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, number 25, designated hitter Murray Robinson.
So weak ground ball over to Durkin at first base. Durkin tossed it to Noonschwander, and Noonschwander is unable to keep it in his glove, fell right out. So now the bases are loaded for the Timberwolves, and they'll have to face Murray Robinson. The DH tonight, DHing for the third baseman Mullen. That one's grounded foul for strike number 1. Big at bat here for Robinson. Noonschwander looking to keep the Panthers tied in this ball game. So Noonschwander set, takes a sign from Carson Riley. The 0-1. That fastball's high, fouled straight back. Makes count 0-2. So 0-2. Noonschwander's going to have to look to put away Robinson with this one. This is a big out for Liberty Hill if they can get it. Noonschwander set. Here's the 0-2. A little bit of a, looked like a changeup maybe. In the right-hander's batter's box will be ball number 1. So 1-2 for Robinson. A lefty DH for the Timberwolves. Noonschwander set, the pitch. That curveball breaks into the outside half, and Noonschwander able to strike out Robinson and get out of the bases loaded jam with this game still scoreless. We'll head to the top of the second, where Liberty Hill will look to get on the scoreboard. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts.
Wait, hold on just a moment.
It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com.
Well, welcome back here to Liberty Hill, or to Cedar Park, excuse me, where Liberty Hill's taking on Cedar Park in this District 25 5A matchup. Both of these teams a part of the three-way tie for first in the district. Georgetown and then these two teams at the top at 7-2. The winner of this game obviously stays and at least tied for first place. And this is a big ball game as we start to get near the end of this district schedule with playoff implications. Liberty Hill has Cedar Park tonight, looking to win their 7th straight. Next week they'll have Marble Falls at home on Tuesday, and on Friday night they'll be at Leander. Only district losses for the Timberwolves are Georgetown and Leander. As here's the first pitch of Colby DeMars to start the top of the second, is fouled down the third baseline. So these Timberwolves have lost to Georgetown and Leander. Liberty Hill has lost to Rouse and Cedar Park. They're looking to split the season series here against Cedar Park as they beat Rouse last Tuesday night. They're looking to continue that success here into this ball game. So 1-1 to DeMars to open up the top of the second. Vaughn winds up the 1-1. That fastball's hitting to left field. Left fielder's going back. It's going to be right at the wall, but the left fielder, Houston Molinaro, able to make the catch. I should note that the wind is kind of blowing in from left field tonight, and this 320 and left is deeper than Liberty Hill's ballpark. So maybe in Liberty Hill that ball may have been gone, but not here at J. Seaver Field. So now Trent Eller in the box. That fastball's low for Vaughn for ball number 1. So 1-0. Eller, the senior second baseman. Here's the pitch. That one's low in the dirt as well for ball number 2. Eller going to UT Dallas in the fall, along with shortstop Garrett Neely, both of them going to UT Dallas to continue their academic and athletic careers. That 2-0 fastball is inside for ball number 3, and Eller's way ahead 3-0. So 3-0 for Eller. Vaughn winds up, delivers. That one's looked inside, but called strike, so we'll work the count to 3-1. Eller tossed his bat over. Was thinking the same thing I was. So 3-1 for Eller. Back in the box now. Vaughn winds up, delivers. That fastball's swung through by Eller. Works the count to full. So after being down 3-0, Vaughn responds with 2 straight fastballs in there for strikes, and now the count is full. The 3-2 pitch here That curveball's in the dirt. Eller chases it while Alonzo's going to throw down to first for out number 2. So, Eller's strikeout will bring up Trent Eller. Or, excuse me, that was Trent Eller. This will be Garrett Neely. Neely, the shortstop, aforementioned, going to UT Dallas with Trent. He'll step in the box looking for his first hit of the ball game. One hit in this game for the Panthers. Durkin single. That ball's hit high into right field. The right fielder, Cade Davis, going over in foul territory, able to make the catch for out number 3. 1-2-3 for the Panthers, and they'll head to the bottom of the second, where they'll look to do the same to the Timberwolves. You are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
Well, welcome back here to Cedar Park, where I cannot currently hear myself, so we're going to try to fix that issue. Well, hello, okay. Hello. Okay, there we go. First pitch here. In there for strike number 1 to Brady Richardson. There we go. Well, now we can hear ourselves. That plug's a little finicky sometimes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's hit hard over to Eller, but Eller able to make the catch as Richardson lines out for the first out of the inning. So 1 out.
Now back to the Timberwolves left fielder number 20.
And this is looking early to be a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Both teams making contact. Cedar Park had the bases loaded last inning, but Liberty Hill worked out of that jam, and Moonshwaner's going to look to settle in here in the second inning. So a line out for Richardson will bring up Houston Molinaro, a lefty. He was in left field tonight. First pitch to him. Off the plate for ball number 1. Riley checked it, see if he swung. The field umpire said he didn't go, so that's going to be ball number 1. Moonshwaner set. Here's the 1-0. That one's hit weakly into left field. Maxwell coming in, looks to be camped out under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Timberwolves.
So 2 outs.
Number 11, Brooks Dillman.
2 outs brings up the center fielder, Brooks Dillman. Dillman out in center tonight, another lefty. Timberwolves have a lot of lefties in their lineup. They look to expose the matchup against Moonshwaner. First pitch to Dillman, though, a little bit off the plate for ball number 1. So 1-0 pitch, here we go. Fastball high and away for ball number 2. So 2-0 for Dillman. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That one a little off the plate, and now the count's 3-0. Excuse me. So 3-0. Moonshwaner looking to find the strike zone. He does. Strike 1. Moonshwaner a little bit struggling on this first pitch, trying to get ahead of the batter, but he's done well in responding whenever he gets behind. So 3-1 here. That fastball's high and away. Brings the count. A walk, Dillman, excuse me. And we'll be back to the top of the order in Cade Davis. Cade Davis grounded out in his last at-bat. 2 outs here in the inning. Liberty Hill just looking to get out of it. If you're just joining us, tied ball game here in the bottom of the second in this District 25 5A matchup between 2 of the leaders of this district. Neuschwander set, first pitch to Davis. Strike one. Riley thought the runner was going. But Dillman's on first base still. So 0-1, they're going to pick Dillman. He's back in time. Try to keep him over there. So 0-1, Cade Davis at the plate. Neuschwander set. They'll pick Dillman. Dillman's going to be, he would have been out. Durkin unable to hang on to that one. But they had Dillman beat there. Looks like that ball slipped out on the tag. Durkin bringing the tag into the base, and ball may have just popped out there as he hit maybe Dillman's forearms. So 0-1. That one's in the dirt, brings the ball. Count to 1-1. So Cade Davis at the plate. Number 1 right fielder. That one's into center field. Stavinoa going a little back a few steps, but he's camped out under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. And we'll head to the 3rd inning with this game still scoreless. I'm Jason Huebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Welcome back here to J. Seaver Field in Cedar Park, where we're scoreless through 2, and we're heading to the top of the 3rd, where Liberty Hill is going to look to maybe take the lead. Adam Vaughn on the mound has been dominant so far, only allowing 1 hit so far to Cash Durkin, and Durkin's about the hottest hitter in this district. So the rest of the Panthers are going to have to step up tonight, and they're going to have to start showing the bats offensively if they're going to have success in this ballgame. It's going to be Stavinoa, Maxwell, and Dyer this inning facing Vaughn, as they'll look to score first. As we mentioned, both these teams 7-2 in district play. The Timberwolves have lost to Georgetown 9-8 and Leander 11-6.
Leading off the top of the 3rd for the Panthers, center fielder, number 7, Jack Stavinoa.
Whereas Liberty Hill's losses come to Cedar Park 13-0 and Rouse 8-4. First time they played Rouse. Able to beat Rouse last Tuesday night, and they're looking to beat the Timberwolves tonight. First pitch here to Stavinoa from Vaughn. Stavinoa shows bunt, pulls it back, and that'll be ball number 1. Stavinoa lefty again, try to bunt it maybe down the 3rd baseline, where third baseman tonight, Mullen, over there was playing a little bit back. Stavinoa may have seen an opportunity to try to get a base hit. So 1-0 here. That one's out the plate, brings the count to 2-0. This Panther team very good at bunting. One of the things Coach Stephen Hutcherson emphasizes in their daily routine. That one's hit hard, foul down the first baseline, bring the count to 2-1. Stavinoa, the center fielder, senior, going to Texas A&M Texarkana in the fall to continue his playing career. So 2-1 to Stavinoa facing Adam Vaughn. Vaughn winds up, delivers. That fastball's hit into right center field. The right fielder going back, and that ball's going to one-hop the wall. Stavinoa's going to be held at second base. He's going to run through that side. He's going to get down at 3rd, and he is out at 3rd base. Head coach Stephen Hutcherson wanted to hold him at 2nd, but Stavinoa just ran through that sign, never even looked at his head coach at 3rd base, and that's going to be out number 1. What could have been a leadoff triple is an out, and that's a tough one for Liberty Hill. So now it'll be Chase Maxwell. First pitch to Maxwell is a curveball off the plate for ball number 1. Wow, Stavinoa ripped that ball into deep right center field, just a base running error, and that's going to make Liberty Hill pay here. That curveball's falls into the strike zone and brings the count to 1-1. So 1-1 here to Maxwell. That one's hit high to down the right field line, out of play. And now bring the count to 1-2. So Maxwell down here 1-2. Gonna look to get on base somehow. That curveball's off the plate. Vaughn thought it was strike 3. It'll work the count to 2-2. We got a score update here. Georgetown and Eastview tied through 1. Thank you, Shane, our QA, for providing that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's hit to the third baseman. Mullen takes a bad hop in this infield and hits Mullen in the face. We're going to have to check if he's okay. Man, that's a turf field that we have in Liberty Hill, a few other places in this district. A real grass field here in Cedar Park, and sometimes you get those weird hops. That one just, what looked to be low on the ground, just popped straight up into Mullen's face. He has some sunglasses on that may have worsened the impact. That's somehow how it seems to be. They're going to check on him right now as head coach Lanny Williams walks out there. The umpire's checking him out, making sure he's okay. But Maxwell will reach on that, whatever that's going to be considered. But Mullen looks to be all right, so that's good for him. Happy to see it. But wow, just a awful hop coming right out of the infield. Right where the grass splits to the dirt, just pops straight up at him. And that's something that's going to have to watch all night for these defenders. So Maxwell now on first base after reaching on that weird ground ball. And now Dyer's back in the plate for his second time. First pitch of Daspall is a fastball high. Maxwell's going to advance to second base on it. And there won't be any throw. He's down there easy. So now a runner in scoring position for Dyer. Dyer grounded out in his first at bat. Now he's looking to get an RBI maybe. DH for the Panthers, leadoff hitter as well. 1-0 count here to him. Vaughn set, here's the pitch. That fastball is chased by Dyer high for strike number 1. So 1-1 here for Dyer. Vaughn set, checks Maxwell on second, checks him again. Here's the pitch to the plate. That one's hit into the Panther dugout. Colby DeMar is doing a good job of not getting hit by that baseball. Went into the dugout, came back out. DeMar's jumping around, making sure not to get hit over there. Having a good time while he did it. So 1-2 here to Dyer. 1 out here in the inning. That pitch, curveball, high and away. Brings the count to 2-2. So 2-2 here for Dyer. Runner in scoring position for the Panthers. Looking to strike first here in this ball game. That fastball's high and away. Brings the count to 3-2. Vaughn missing a few up there high and away. Real tall pitcher's mound here in Cedar Park. Not sure if that has anything to do with maybe Noonschwander's control errors on the mound. That one's hit foul by Dyer. Good job staying alive. Fouling off Vaughn's fastball there. If you're just joining us, Vaughn on the mound for the Timberwolves. Texas A&M Corpus Christi commit. He's set now. Checks Maxwell on second, goes to the plate. That one's hit hard by Dyer. It's going to be caught by the first baseman. First baseman is Jackson Harvey. Hard line drive by Dyer, just right at Harvey, able to make the line out catch for out number 2. And we've seen that a few times from both teams here tonight, making some hard contact just right at a defender. And that's sometimes tough luck if you're a batter. So 2 outs. Brings up Carson Riley, trying to knock in Maxwell. First pitch curveball's high for ball number 1. Maxwell's on second base after reaching on the ground ball over there to Mullen. That took a weird hop. He was able to reach on it. That curveball's in there to Riley. Brings the count to 1-1. Carson Riley, the junior catcher, flew out in his first at-bat, looking to make contact here. If he can make contact, he'd bring up Cash Durkin. That third curveball in a row, and that one's in there for strike number 2. Looked a little bit high. Maybe the first place is the first one, but called to strike, so 1-2 for Riley. Vaughn shakes off his catcher, Alonzo. They're looking for to get on the same page here. Riley will call time. Vaughn and Alonzo trying to work out a sign. Now Riley's back in the batter's box. Vaughn doesn't want when Alonzo's throwing down. But here we go. Pitch. That's a high fastball. Brings count to 2-2. So 2-2. 2 outs here in the inning. 2-2 pitch. That curveball's grounded weakly to Mullen at third base. Mullen's going to have to make the throw over to Harvey, and he will for out number 3. Panthers scoreless through 3, and we'll look to head to the bottom of the third where Liberty Hill will look to keep this game all tied up at 0. I am Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For the end zone, touchdown, Ryder Hernandez on 4th and 2 from the 17.
Sure, Vype Sports brings you the best in area high school football, but Vype brings you exciting high school volleyball action.
Dive in the middle for the back row. Here comes James and gets the kill.
Vype brings you walk-off home runs on the diamond.
Line drive, deep to left. It is going, and it is gone.
From lacrosse to the pitch to the court and more, the leader in high school sports coverage is Vype Sports. VYP.
And welcome back here to Cedar Park. While we have a minute, I'd like to remind you that in the bottom left of your screen, that blue handle, Hebner Jason, that's what my Twitter. I tweet out the link to every ball game. Right there on it makes it easy for you. You can click on the link from there, and it'll bring you right to this page where we are broadcasting. So make sure to give that a follow, as if you want to see updates for every Liberty Hill baseball game that I'm on the call for. That is most of them, but I will miss a few here in the upcoming weeks. I have a few school trips. We'll miss next Friday's game against Leander, as we have UIL Academic Regionals down in San Antonio. So unfortunately I'll miss that game, but we'll have somebody else here from Vype covering that game, so you can still listen to Panther Baseball here on Vype Live. So Caden Nunschwander back on the mound for the Panthers. 2 innings of work, no earned runs. 2 base hits allowed for Nunschwander, and he'll bring up Julian Swift, who has one of those base hits. First pitch to Swift, fastball hit to center field. Stavanoa going over into the right center field gap, and he's able to run it down and make the catch for out number 1. Swift tried to jump on that first pitch fastball, hit it pretty well into the right center field gap, but Stavanoa real fast out there in center field, able to track it down for out number 1. So 1 out here in the inning after the early flyout of Swift. To bring up Louis Alonzo, the catcher and 3-hole hitter for the Timberwolves tonight. First pitch of him's in there for strike number 1. So that one's in the dirt. And scoreboard says 2-0. I think it's 1-1. That one's into center field regardless. Stavanoa going back. Alonzo, that one's deep. And it's going to one-hop the wall. Stavanoa's going to have to get it in, and he'll hold Alonzo to a double. So Stavanoa not able to track that one down, just one-hop the wall. Just a little bit out of his reach there. And Alonzo's going to have a double and put a base runner in scoring position for the Timberwolves. They'll have a courtesy runner. And that courtesy runner looks to be number 2. So let me find the roster. Looks to be number 2, Garcia. So Garcia running for Alonzo, the catcher. And he'll bring up pitcher Adam Vaughn. Vaughn, big right-handed bat. Could be dangerous here for the Panthers. That one's in the dirt. Good stop by Riley to keep it in front of him. Not let Garcia advance any further than he has to. So Vaughn looking to help his own cause at the plate. 1-0 count for him. 1-0. Fastball just off the plate for ball number 2. So 2-0. Nunschwander taking his sign from Carson Riley. He's set. Pitch to Vaughn. That one's a little high. Brings the count to 3-0. Vaughn's going to step out of the batter's box, step back in, 3-0. 3-0 when runner in scoring position. Does Vaughn have the green light? It's a question. Maybe Noonschwander throws an intentional ball here. He doesn't. Throws a fastball right down the pipe. Vaughn takes it. Wasn't even going to swing at it. Works the count to 3-1. So 3-1. Noonschwander looking to keep Vaughn off base. Keep this ball game at 0. That's chased by Vaughn. It brings the count to 3-2. Vaughn wants to hit it. He wants to help his own cause. Noonschwander has a full count on him. He's going to look to retire him with this one. 3-2 pitch is grounded over to Maldonado at third base. Maldonado not able to field it cleanly, and they're going to hold Garcia at third base. So the Timberwolves will have runners on the corner after the single from Adam Vaughn. Hard hit baseball over there by Maldonado. Maldonado not able to get it. And something happened, and they're going to award. And they're going to award. They're going to award Garcia They're going to award Garcia home plate, but nobody really knows what's going on here.
I think it was the third baseman.
And we're going to have a head coach, Stephen Hutcherson's out there talking to the umpire, and there's some, whatever it is, Hutcherson's not agreeing with it. I didn't see anything that looked abnormal, but so the field umpire saw something, and he awarded Garcia home plate. So now both umpires up there, and head coach Stephen Hutcherson a little bit, he's obviously confused, as most of us in the stands are. No real clarification. It was a late call, whatever it was. The Noonschwander was almost already ready to go to Harvey, and they awarded Garcia the base, and it looks like whatever it was, it's going to stand, and the Timberwolves have taken the lead on this ball game on something that awarded Garcia home plate. So Timberwolves now in the lead of this ball game.
Good call.
And it works the count. So bring up Harvey.
Hell yeah.
First pitch to Harvey's in there for strike number 1. Fans on both sides voicing their pleasures and displeasures. Here's the 0-1. Bounce into deep right field. Harvey thinks that ball's gone, and that ball's going to be foul. And that ball would have been gone, but it was foul. That ball was hit high into the infield, and it was high into the air, and it was a no-doubter if it was fair, but it was about 25 feet foul. So it'll be 0-2 for Noonschwander, and he'll look to retire Harvey with this one. 1 out in the inning. They're going to pick the runner, and he's going to be out at first base. And that's a little bit of payback if you're the Panthers, able to get the out on the base pass. So that'll be out number 2. Panther fans calling that one a makeup call, and a very visible. Both fan bases really fired up for this ball game between two great teams here in Central Texas. So 2 outs in the inning, no runners on after the pick of Vaughn's courtesy runner. Not sure who it was. But here's the 0-2 to Harvey. That curveball's high, brings the count to 1-2. And Noonschwander looking to retire Harvey without Harvey doing any damage to Noonschwander. So Noonschwander set. Here's the 1-2. Curveball chased by Harvey. Carson Riley will tag Harvey, and he'll strike out for the 3rd out of the inning. And we'll head to the 4th inning, but not before Cedar Park able to tally on a run, and the Liberty Hill Panthers will look to respond. I'm Jason Huebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3-13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close up the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to J. Seaver Field at Matt Ariano Park here in Cedar Park High School, where the Timberwolves have just struck first on some sort of interference call at third base that allowed Garcia to score the only run of the ball game so far. So the Panthers are going to have to put a run on the board, and the way this ball game's going, it could be a pitcher's duel. So any runs here will count. And leading off for the Panthers is going to be Cash Durkin. Durkin, 4 home runs in his last 4, and he's looking to continue his hot streak. Last 2 games has had a home run over the left center field game in both games. Left center field today is right where the scoreboard would be, so that's been Durkin's targeted practice the last few games. First pitch of Durkin is hit foul down the left field line. Left fielder running over towards it, but it's going to drop down foul. So Durkin's going to have another second chance here after he fouled off the first pitch. So 0-1 for Durkin, facing Adam Vaughn for the second time. He singled in his first at-bat. That's the 0-1 pitch, is a curveball in there for strike number 2. So Durkin down 0-2. He's going to have to defend here. Vaughn shakes off Alonzo. He found one he likes. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, Durkin hits that one in deep right center field. That ball's going, and that ball is gone! Durkin continues his hot hitting success with a moonshot into the right center field gap, and this ball game is once again tied. I don't know what they've been feeding Durkin, but he's been eating his Wheaties, as he now has 5 in his last 5, and he has just been crushing the ball. Wow. 0-2 fastball from Vaughn, and Durkin just sent that ball way into deep right center field. And now the game is tied here at 1. And Durkin is quite the fun player to watch, as he's been so hot recently, and just every time he gets up to bat, you know there's a chance he could do that. So game's tied here at 1, and now Noonschwander's in the box, looking to continue the success here for Liberty Hill. Vaughn maybe a little flustered on the mound. Two balls here early on to Noonschwander. Liberty Hill looking to take the lead now after tying the ball game after Durkin's home run into right center field. That one's low, brings the count to 3-0. So 3-0 for Noonschwander. Vaughn winds up to 3-0. That's one's right down Broadway for strike number 1. So 3-1. That fastball's high. Noonschwander will jog down to first base, and Liberty Hill keeping the pressure on the Timberwolves.
Now batting right fielder number 8, Colby Dumars.
So now we're going to have a courtesy runner for our pitcher. That'll be number 33, Sean Parsons.
Sorry.
PA announcer here at Cedar Park calling DeMars D-Mars, and Panther fans correcting him where he's now knows it's DeMars. So DeMars now, Parsons on first, running for Noonschwander. DeMars has the capability to take one along as well, but that first pitch curveball's in there for strike number 1. Flew out in his first at-bat in the deep left center field. Just off of it, if he could make connection, it'd be good news for Liberty Hill. So 0-1 here. Looks like a changeup in there for strike number 2. DeMars not even close to it. So 0-2 for Colby DeMars, playing right field as he has most of the district. He's looking to make contact here, 0-2. 0-2 pitch, curveball off the plate, good eye by DeMars. Vaughn trying to get him to chase there. DeMars not biting at it. So 1-2 for the sophomore. 1-2 pitch here from Vaughn. Fastball hit high. It's going to be a little pop-up out. The right fielder coming in. Actually, it'll be the second baseman. Looks like that was the second baseman, Brady Richardson, making the catch for out number 1. A really needed out if you're the Timberwolves, as this ball game is currently tied at 1 through 3 1/3. So now Trent Eller in the box. First pitch to Eller, fastball off the plate for ball number 1. Eller, second baseman. In his first at-bat, he struck out, looking to have some better fortune in this one. So 1-0 for Eller. Vaughn set the pitch. That curveball falls in there for strike number 1. Good crowd here at J.C. Field for this ball game. Both of these teams tied atop District 25-5A. Parsons able to get back on that pick from Vaughn. You can see first base just at the right side of your screen, and looks a little bit dark because of the way the sun's situated here, but as soon as it gets dark and those lights turn on, it'll be fine as Eller hits that ball into the gap at shortstop, as Parsons will have to stay at second base. So a single there from Trent Eller, a good line drive right past Swift, who was in, a little bit double play depth with a runner on first base. And now 2 runners on for Liberty Hill, bring up the shortstop, Garrett Neely. So Neely now. First pitch from Vaughn. That fastball's popped up by Neely. Parsons going to tag the right fielder. Under it, able to make the catch. Parsons will force a throw, but he'll be held at second base. So 2 pop-outs for Neely. Not being very productive in his at-bats tonight. Now brings up Jack Stavinoa. 2 outs here in the inning. 2 runners on for Liberty Hill. Looking to add 1 more here to the scoreboard for him. Vaughn is set. Checks Parsons as second. Pitch to Stavinoa. First pitch curveball in there for strike number 1. Vaughn using that curveball to his advantage against lefties, breaking in over the outer half. That one's off the plate, but chased by Stavinoa. Brings the count to 0-2. So 0-2 for Stavinoa. He's going to have to respond here. 2 runners on for the Panthers. Vaughn, the 0-2 pitch here to Stavinoa. Chased by Stavinoa for out number 3. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th, but not before Cash Durkin puts Liberty Hill on the scoreboard. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype.com.
Welcome back here to J. Seaver Field in Cedar Park. Caden Nunschweiner returns to the mound, where he'll work in his 4th inning of work against the Cedar Park Timberwolves. This game tied at 1. Both teams with 4 hits in this ball game. And this is looking like a classic matchup here in District 25-5A. Both these teams tied at the top, and this is a big one for those district standings. First pitch here to Murray Robinson, the designated hitter. He struck out in his first at bats, as that one's off the plate for ball number 1. That one's in there for strike 1, brings the count to 1-1. Good pitch there by Nunschweiner right on the lower outside corner. Froze up Robinson. That one's grounded weakly over to Dirk, and he'll be foul though. And Robinson's count will go to 1-2. If you missed the pregame, it was military and first responder night here in Cedar Park, so we'd like to thank any military and first responders currently listening to our Liberty Hill Panther Baseball. So 1-2 here. Robinson chases that changeup, and that's out number 1 for the Panthers.
Now batting second baseman number 13, Brady Richardson.
So 1 out as Robinson strikes out for the 2nd time tonight, and they'll bring up Brady Richardson, who lined out to Eller in his last at bat. So Richardson playing second base tonight. He's facing Nunschweiner. Nunschweiner first pitch to Richardson. Fastball. A little bit inside maybe for ball number 1. 1-0. That one's fouled back by Richardson. Brings the count to 1-1. So Neuenschwander looking to keep this ball game here at 1. He's doing a great job so far. That one's grounded weakly, hits Richardson, so that'll be strike number 2 on the foul ball. So 1-2. Richardson back in the box now. Neuenschwander looking for out number 2. Pitch, curveball, chased by Richardson, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 straight strikeouts for Neuenschwander,
Left fielder number 20, Houston
as he'll look to
Molinaro.
strike out of the side here against Molinaro. So Molinaro, the left fielder tonight, lefty hitter, back in the batter's box for the second time. He flew out in his last at bat. First pitch to him, a little bit low for ball number 1. Stavinoa set after taking a sign from Carson Riley. That one's fouled back out of play over the stands here at J. Seaver Field. So 1-1 the count for Molinaro. Shows bunt, pops that one foul back here into the netting, and that'll be strike number 2. Molinaro's going to try to steal one there. Maldonado playing a little bit back, but he can now play back freely with 2 strikes on Molinaro. So 1-2, Neuenschwander set. The pitch. Fastball, a little bit off the plate. Brings the count to 2-2. Missed a little bit outside there, Neuenschwander did. So 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. It looks like a changeup, chased by Molinaro, and Neuenschwander strikes out the side, and we'll head to the 5th inning, where Liberty Hill will look to take the lead. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Cedar Park. Adam Vaughn returns to the mound for the Timberwolves. He'll be in his 5th inning of work in what has turned into a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Only mistake for Vaughn so far was a 0-2 fastball to Cash Durkin, where he took that one about 370 over the right field fence. And the game is tied here at 1. Leading off the inning for the Panthers is going to be the 9-hole hitter Chase Maxwell, playing left field tonight. He reached on an error last time, even though I won't call it an error, really just a weird hop over to third, as that first pitch curveball's low for ball number 1. So 1-0 for Maxwell. The wind blowing in tonight from left field. That one's grounded weakly to the first baseman. It's foul though, so he'll work the count to 1-1. So Maxwell now back in the box, 1-1. Vaughn working from the windup here in the top of the 5th. That pitch is low for ball number 2, as I'll reset your outs counter there. So 2-1 here to Maxwell. Curveball's hit weakly down the third baseline. It's going to be fair. Third baseman's going to have a tough play. Maxwell's going to be able to beat it out, and he has reached on a little ground ball single. A tough play for the third baseman, Mullen. Brought him over the third base bag right down the line, and he had to make a long throw. Maxwell running hard, able to beat it out on a close play. So now Logan Dyer, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2 on the night, a ground out and a line out. He's looking to reach base on this at-bat. First pitch to Dyer. Fastball, outside for ball number 1. So Vaughn taking a sign from Alonzo. Now he's ready. Dyer, a little bit of a little swim move at second. Maxwell Maxwell thought he was safe, but
Good call, Blue. Good call, Blue.
he's out at second.
Got that one right, Blue. You're good.
And now be the first out of the inning. 1-1 from Dyer. That one's hit hard in the right center field gap. That's going to be extra bases. Dyer rounding first. Now he's at second, and he's going to be held at second base.
Good hit, Dyer. Good hit.
So a double from Dyer, first hit of the ball game for him, and if Maxwell would have been on base still, that would have been an RBI for sure. So now Carson Riley, he's going to have to drive in Dyer. First pitch here to Riley, hit hard to left field. Oh, not left field, right to Julian Swift, the shortstop. Great play by Swift, and that's going to be out number 2, another line out for Riley, who's making good contact tonight, just unable to get it by anybody. But now in the box will be Cash Durkin. Durkin looking to continue his success. 2 outs here in the inning, and every run counts in this ball game, and Durkin's going to try to add another one for the Panthers. I think they're trying to intentionally walk Durkin here, maybe. Or they're just going to go talk to Vaughn. They're trying to, they're obviously concerned here with the Durkin, the big power hitter at the plate. They're kind of confused, and it looks like they're going to intentionally walk Durkin. And as hot as he's been, I can't blame him, but you don't see that often anymore. You don't see it often in high school baseball in general. So Cash Durkin has the intentional walk, and he'll bring up Caden Noonschwander, the pitcher, looking to help his own cause. So now 2 base runners on for Liberty Hill, and he'll bring up Noonschwander. First pitch to him. Curveball popped up, foul down the first baseline. First baseman's going over there, and he's able to make the catch for out number 3. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th with this game still tied at 1. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype. Is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Back here to J. Seaver Field at Matt Ariano Park, here in Cedar Park High School, here on Cypress Creek Boulevard in North Austin. The story of this ball game so far has been pitching from both sides. Adam Vaughn for the Timberwolves, Caden Noonschwander for Liberty Hill. 2 runs total in this ball game, 1 for each side, as we're tied in the bottom of the 5th. Here in Cedar Park. Both of these teams tied at 7-2 in district play. Liberty Hill looking for their 7th straight win, as Cedar Park looking to stay atop district play. So Noonschwander back on the mound for Liberty Hill. Here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be his 5th inning of work, and he'll have to face Brooks Dillman in his first batter of the inning. That one's hit hard into center field, and it looks like Dillman will have a leadoff single. So a leadoff single for Dillman.
Now batting right fielder number 1, Cade Davis.
And he'll bring up Cade Davis, the right fielder. So Panthers have been good so far with runners on base. They're going to have to work out of another jam here. First pitch to Davis is a changeup off the plate for ball number 1. So 1-0. Dillman, good speed on first base. Noonschwander, they're going to show bunt, are the Timberwolves. And they are going to bunt, but that one's going to be foul, as Davis unable to lay that one down. Looking to advance Dillman over to second base. So 1-1. Davis takes his sign from head coach Laney Williams. He's in the box now. It's 1-1. They're going to pick Dillman. Dillman's back in time. Neuschwander, great pickoff move. He's already gotten out from it this ball game. Neuschwander set now. The 1-1. Shows bunt by Davis. He fouls that one back, and he'll bring the count to 1-2. So after Davis will be Julian Swift. After Swift will be Louis Alonzo. But 1-2 here as Cade Davis in the box now. Neuschwander trying to get an out here for Liberty Hill. Neuschwander set. A 1-2 pitch. That one's a little bit off the plate. Brings the count to 2-2. Trying to hit that outside corner just a bit off of it. As now Cade Davis has a 2-2 count. Neuschwander's going to pick Dillman. Dillman back in time. 2-2 for Davis now. Neuschwander set, the 2-2 to Davis. Change up, low and away for ball number 3, and he'll work the count full. Big at bat here for Davis. Liberty Hill looking to limit the base runners for the Timberwolves. That fastball is grounded foul into the Timberwolf dugout. He'll bounce back into play now, so we'll have to get that before play can resume. And nobody looks like they want to get it. Finally, someone from the Timberwolf dugout will run out there and grab it. And we'll be able to resume here. So full count. Neuschwander set. The pitch to Davis here. Hit weakly into shallow left center field. Maxwell coming in on it. It's going to drop. And that's going to be a little bit of a bloop single for Cade Davis. Just in the hole between shortstop, left field, and third base, and nobody able to get to it. As now 2 singles in a row for the Timberwolves, and they have some action going. Swift needs the signs again. He's trying to get signs from his head coach here. Wouldn't be surprised if he's getting the call to bunt. You know, trying to advance runners to second and third. And Neuschwander will take his own signs from his head coach, or from his pitching coach, Kyle Bisher. So Neuschwander's taking his sign from right. He's set. Checks Dillman on second base. Pitch. Swift shows bunt. He pulls it back as that curveball's high for ball number 1. I like the curveball call there if you put it in the zone. Try to get Swift to pop up the bunt. Try to steal an out, essentially. 1-0. That's a fastball. That's popped up. It's going to get out of play. And Swift will have another opportunity to put one in play here at the plate. So 1-1, Liberty Hill in a bit of a jam here. Dillman on second base. Davis on first base for the Timberwolves. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th in this tied ball game. Liberty Hill working to do whatever they can to keep this one tied here. So Neuschwander set now. Takes his, he's set. He checks Dillman on second. Checks him again. Goes to Swift. Swift shows bunt, able to lay that one. It's foul. Missed it off the bat, but it's foul down the first baseline. And Swift now 1-2. He's going to be swinging here. Could be a not a bad decision. Not really a bad thing that he's swinging for the Timberwolves. One of their better hitters, really. Liberty Hill and Neuschwander will look to retire Swift with this one. Swift the pitch. That one's hit hard. Fair. Home plate umpire is calling that one fair, and that's going to be trouble. Dillman will score. Davis is going to be held at third, and that's an RBI double for Swift. Panthers thought it was foul. It sure looked foul, but home plate umpire was on it, and he called it fair. So the Timberwolves will take the lead.
Number 40, Louis Alonzo.
On the RBI double from Swift, and he'll bring up Louis Alonzo, who doubled in his last at bat, and Liberty Hill's in some trouble here. They're going to bring the infield in, look to maybe get the out at home if they have to. First pitch fastball in there for strike one. 0-1 pitch here. Slow in the dirt. Brings the count to 1-1. And Swift at second base getting a huge lead. You can see on your screen he's going to be almost behind Neely. Past Neely now. 1-1. That's grounded over to past Neely, and now 2 runs are going to score and the Timberwolves have taken the lead. They've extended it, I should say, to 3 now. And now the Timberwolves have scored 2 on the RBI single from Louis Alonso. Just got past Neely there, and it looks like Coach Bisher's going to go talk to his pitcher now. And tough luck for Liberty Hill there. A few ground balls, a little bloop single, a line drive that landed on the line. I mean, just tough luck for the Panthers, and now they're down 3 in this district ball game with 2 innings to play here. So it looks like Newton Schwanner's going to stay in the game.
Adam Vaughn.
But he's not going to have it easy here. Still a runner on, no outs in the inning. And they're in the heart of the Timberwolf order. Adam Vaughn, Jackson Harvey, and Murray Robinson. So Newton Schwanner, not an easy task here. He's going to look to limit the damage if you can. They're going to try a pick. That's going to be out at first base. And the runner on first, not expecting that. And that's just 1 out. That's the way to steal an out if you're Liberty Hill. Newton Schwanner 2 outs there on the base paths, and it's helped keep the Panthers close in this ball game. That one's grounded weakly over to third baseman. Maldonado's going to field it, throw it across to Durkin, and now be out number 2. And just like that, 2 outs for Liberty Hill, and they've eliminated most of the threat here in this inning.
Now batting first baseman number 21.
Now they won't get those 3 runs back, but they'll look to put them on the scoreboard in the top of the 6th and the top of the 7th when they'll have to keep this ball game going.
Hey, take him for a ride, 2-1.
So now is Jackson Harvey at the plate. That first pitch is hit deep into right field. That's going. It's going to be foul. It's 2 times he's done that. Just not patient enough up there. Just jumping on it a little bit too early. You know, Harvey has reached on air and struck out in his last at-bat, but he definitely has the ability to be trouble here for Liberty Hill. That curveball's fouled, and now 0-2. Schwanner's going to look to strike him out again. Home plate umpire calls for baseballs. Lost a few foul here in this inning, and 0-2 here for Harvey. Schwanner the pitch. High fastball chased by Harvey, and 2 strikeouts for Harvey, and Schwanner's done a good job of eliminating the threat there.
Woo! 4-1.
So we'll head now to the top of the 6th, where Liberty Hill will look to respond to the Timberwolves' lead. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For the end zone, touchdown, Ryder Hernandez on 4th and 2 from the 17.
Sure, Vype Sports brings you the best in area high school football, but Vype brings you exciting high school volleyball action.
Dive in the middle for the back row. Here comes James and gets the kill.
Vype brings you walk-off home runs on the diamond.
Line drive, deep to left. It is going, and it is gone.
From lacrosse to the pitch to the court and more, the leader in high school sports coverage is Vype Sports. VYP.
And welcome back here to J. Seaver Field in Cedar Park, where Liberty Hill's trailing the Timberwolves after they put up 3 in the bottom of the 5th, and they're going to have to respond here in the top of the 6th. Liberty Hill certainly capable of pushing runs across. They'll have DeMars, Eller, and Neely, and they're going to have to put base runners on base and start getting some base hits, force some pressure on Adam Vaughn, and work their way back into this ball game. Liberty Hill looking to tie the season series, I should say. At one apiece, Timberwolves won in Liberty Hill 13-0 earlier in the season, and Liberty Hill looking to avoid getting swept by the Timberwolves. DeMars, first batter for the Panthers. First pitch of him is a curveball high for ball number 1. Vaughn on the mound in his 6th inning of work, and he's really been great tonight. 1-0 pitch. Fastball hit by DeMars. Foul over the first baseman for strike number 1. Right off the end of DeMars' bat there. Looked like Harvey may have had a chance at it on first base, but went right over his head. So 1-1 here. Vaughn winds up, delivers. That fastball is in there for strike 2, and DeMars now down 1-2. Liberty Hill going to have to force some pressure if they're going to get back in this ball game, and DeMars looking to start it as he strikes out on a curveball for out number 1. So first out of the inning is Colby DeMars, as he'll bring up Trent Eller looking to have some success. Eller a single in his last at bat, looking to reach base again for Liberty Hill. That first pitch fastball is fouled straight back by Eller for strike number 1. So 0-1 for Eller, facing Vaughn for the 3rd time. Vaughn winds up the 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt, brings the count to 1-1. So 1-1 for Eller. Liberty Hill looking for some momentum here. That fastball's fouled back into the net again and brings the count to 1-2. Join us here on Vype Live next Tuesday as Liberty Hill takes on Marble Falls at home. If you can't join us here on Vype Live, get to the ballpark. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. We'll be live here at 6:50 here on Vype Live. So 1-2 pitch. That's off the plate. Keeps the count at 2-2. Eller looking to reach base here, win this battle against Adam Vaughn. 2-2 pitch, winds up, release from Vaughn. Curveball chased by Eller, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 straight strikeouts for Liberty Hill, and they're down to 4 outs here in this ball game. So first pitch here now to Neely. That curveball's low and away for ball number 1. Neely looking to reach base for the first time tonight. 2 pop outs on the night. Looking to start something here for Liberty Hill with 2 outs. That one's low and away for ball number 2. Vaughn the pitch. That one's low and away. Brings the count to 3-0. 3 pitches in the dirt here for Vaughn. He's looking to find a strike zone as Neely has a 3-0 count. Liberty Hill needs base runners, down 3 in this ball game. Not a whole lot of time remaining. That one's down the middle. Neely swinging. Brings the count to 3-1. It's a 3-1 pitch here. That one's hit to Julian Swift at short. Swift's going to make the throw across the diamond. Harvey's off the bag, and Neely will reach on the ground ball single. Wide throw from Swift, and Neely able to reach base. That's what happens when you put the ball in play. You can have some success. You got to make the defense do the work. And Liberty Hill just needing base runners. Looking to come back here in this district ball game. Now Stavinoa at the plate. First pitch to him. Change up, chased by Stavinoa for strike 1. Neely on first. Stavinoa at the plate, 2 outs here in the inning. Looking to score a run here with 2 outs. Pitch here. That curveball's low for ball number 1. Stavino in his first at bat hit one into deep right center field, but got thrown out trying to extend it into a triple. Hit like that here would likely score Neely at the plate. That curveball swung through by Stavino, brings the count to 1-2. Stavino down to his final strike here. Double and a strikeout tonight for Stavino. That one's grounded over to Harvey at first base. He'll field it cleanly, step on the bag for out number 3, and Liberty Hill down to their final 3 outs, and they're going to have to keep the Timberwolves at 4 if they want to have a good chance in this one. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball. We'll be right back.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
13, back in, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close up the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Liberty Hill, where we'll have a new pitcher. Nunschwander went 5 innings, 6 hits, but 4 runs pushed across there from the Timberwolves. Not all earned. A few errors from the Panthers, a few walks for Nunschwander, and just Timberwolves able to push across some runs. On the mound now will be number 20, Brody Blay, the lefty. He'll come in trying to keep the Timberwolves at 4 and give the Panthers their best chance they can get at coming back in the top of the 7th here. So Brody Blay, I should say, is a senior lefty pitcher. Gets really relief appearances whenever he can. Only lefty arm the Panthers have, and he's been good this season, really. Throws a lot of strikes, gets lots of ground ball outs, and he's looking to have the same success here tonight.
For the Panthers, Brody Blay.
Blay, a friend and classmate of mine. We have
Number
English
15,
together, and he was hoping he would get on the mound tonight, and he sure did. So Blay now, he'll face. That looks to be Brady. Oh. Looks to be Mullen getting a hitting opportunity here. That one's fouled out of play by him, and the count's 1-1. Looks like Mullen may be getting a hit instead of his DH today. So Mullen, who's playing third base, is hitting in spite of the DH. That one's grounded over to Eller at second base. He's able to field it cleanly, throw it across to Durkin for out number 1. So 1 out here. Blay, like I said, lots of ground balls. That throws a little bit of a two-seam action. He seems to get a lot of ground balls against righties. And that's really what his job is as a relief pitcher. Just come in, get outs, throw strikes, keep the game consistent for Liberty Hill. First pitch here to... We're getting some pinch hitters. I'm going to find who this is, but it's number 5. Ethan Becker. As a 1-1 count for him. So Becker getting a pinch hit nod for Brady Richardson. 1-1 pitch. That one's chased by Becker. And it brings the count to 1-2. So 1-2. Blay winds up, delivers. That one's a little bit outside for ball number 2. Brings the count to 2-2. So 2-2 here. That one's fouled straight back by Becker. Riley will go track it down, and he'll throw it out back to Blay on the pitcher's mound. So Liberty Hill here, if they can get 2 more outs in this inning, they'll head to the 7th, where they'll have to score 3 to keep this ball game going. That curveball is chased by Becker for out number 2, and Blay doing a good job in his relief appearance early. 2 straight outs for the Panthers here. And they'll bring up...
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now batting for the Timberwolves, number 7, Carter Wohl.
Carter Wohl, as the PA announcer helps us out here with all these pinch hitters getting in the bottom of the 6th here. So Wool facing Blay for the first time. First pitch fastball is in there for Blay for strike number 1. Oh, 1. That one's chased by Wool, brings the count to 0-2. And Blay becomes an important arm for Liberty Hill once we get into the playoffs, as you start playing 3-game series in a short span of time, as he strikes out Wool for out number 3. So we'll head to the top of the 7th, where Liberty Hill will have to score 3 to keep this ball game going, and we're going to hope they do. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Cedar Park, where the Panthers are going to have to score 3 to keep this game going. And I've got to say, this is one of the quickest high school baseball games I've ever attended. We're just about an hour and 20 minutes play, and we're just 1 inning left in this ball game. And Liberty Hill's going to need some good at-bats. They got to score 3 as Adam Vaughn's going to return to the mound. He's going to look to go the distance for the Timberwolves. Pinch hitting now is going to be Gavin Voth in for Maxwell. He's going to look to start something off here for Liberty Hill. That fastball's low for ball number 1, and the thing Liberty Hill's going to have to do is let Vaughn throw. He's been throwing a lot of pitches tonight, and he may be tired out there, so make him throw you a strike before you start giving him free ones. So 2-0 for Voth now. 2 balls in the dirt from Adam Vaughn on the mound. That fastball's low and away for ball number 3, and Vaughn's kind of looking tired out there, maybe trying to settle back in. But he's looking to go the distance for the Timberwolves. That one's inside. And a leadoff walk of Gavin Voth. And the Panthers have the base runners they need. I mean, they're going to need more, but that's what you want to start off. A leadoff walk for the Panthers, and they're going to have to start hitting the ball here to come back in this game. Dyer in his last at-bat doubled, so looking for that here again against Vaughn. First pitch is in there for Vaughn, so that's his first strike of the inning, and works Dyer's count to 0-1. Once again, the winner of this ball game will stay atop District 25-5A. The loser will fall at least 1 game behind. He held, they're going to say he went there, and now work Dyer to 0-2. So Dyer's now going to have to protect to keep Liberty Hill in this one. That's curveball's ground to second base, and that could be trouble. It bounces off the second baseman. Voss going to head to third, and now there's going to be runners on the corners for Liberty Hill. And that's some, like I said, if you put the ball in play here at Cedar Park, this field is bouncy, it's bumpy, they're going to have a chance to make a play, and that ball just straight off the chest. Took another weird hop of the second baseman, Brady Richardson. And now runners on the corners for Liberty Hill, and they're going to have some momentum here. Carson Riley at the plate, and then Cash Durkin, who I assume in any of these situations they're going to intentionally walk Durkin. But Carson Riley now at the plate. First pitch curveball to Riley off the plate for ball number 1. And Liberty Hill has some momentum here. You got to think the Timberwolves may go to the dugout here soon, or to the bullpen here soon, excuse me. That one's in there for strike 1, right at the knees of Riley. Works his count to 1-1. Riley's been a good hitter tonight, just unable to get anything to fall. A few lineouts for him, just hit hard, just right at somebody. So 1-1 here for Riley. Vaughn winds up the pitch. Grounded weakly between the hole, and 1 run's going to score, and Liberty Hill's going to have a runner at first and second, and they're going to bring up Cash Durkin. Now, I don't want to get too excited yet. 2 runners on for Liberty Hill, and I bet they're going to intentionally walk Durkin here, but it looks like Adam Vaughn's night is done, as Liberty Hill has pushed the go-ahead run to the plate here. And it looks like head coach Lanny Williams is gonna go out and at least talk to Vaughn, if not make a change. And it looks like he's gonna keep Vaughn in there. So, wow, here. They're going to keep Vaughn in here, and they're going to pitch to Durkin. And Durkin's going to have an opportunity here. 2 runners on for Liberty Hill. Rutherford on first, running for Carson Riley. Dyer on second. First pitch fastball's high and away to Durkin. Durkin, a home run in the first inning, a single after that. Or a single, then a home run. Then he got intentionally walked. And now he's going to have a chance to be the go-ahead run here for Liberty Hill. So 2-0 to Durkin. Vaughn may be scared to throw him anything of importance here. 2-0. This is a hitter's count here. Durkin's going to have an opportunity. 2-0 pitch. Fastball. Durkin goes opposite field. That ball's going. It's going. Left fielder at the wall. Able to make the catch right at the wall. And that's going to be out number 1. Durkin just a few feet away. And at Liberty Hill, that ball is gone. I mean, Liberty Hill, the field is 303. Here it's 320. The left fielder, Molinaro, made the catch right at the wall to save 3 runs. And now it's going to bring up Cade Noonschwander. And man, that got the heart racing there. That would have been huge, but now Noonschwander is going to have to help out the Panthers here. Going to have to rely on someone other than Durkin. That curveball's hit hard. Past Swift. They're going to send Dyer. There's going to be a play at the plate. Gets past Dillman. Rutherford's going to race to third, and he's going to be held at third. And Liberty Hill, Noonschwander's going to try to steal second. And now Liberty Hill is only a 1 run away in this ball game. Everything going wrong for the Timberwolves, and head coach Lanny Williams in disbelief. An RBI single there from Noonschwander. He advances to second base. And now the Panthers only down 1 out in the ball game. Colby DeMars at the plate. Runners on second and third. A single would score the go-ahead run for Liberty Hill. Vaughn still on the mound. First pitch to DeMars. Fastball, strike 1. So Noonschwander on second. Rutherford on third base. Adam Vaughn on the mound, looking to go the distance for the Timberwolves, but he's having some trouble here. That 0-1 pitch is swung through by DeMars, works him to 0-2, and after DeMars would be Trent Eller. Panthers have runners on, and they just need a base hit here. A big base hit would tie this ball game. Maybe take the lead with a runner on second. DeMars watches that curveball in the dirt. The catcher, Alonzo, doing work back there. Anything past him, and Rutherford on third base, good speed, would be able to score. Rutherford once again running for Carson Riley. Noonschwander, the RBI single. He advanced to second on the throw to the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch to DeMars. Curveball in the dirt, brings it to 2-2, and DeMars having great plate discipline right now. And man, everyone here on the edge of their seats. Liberty Hill trying to mount the comeback, down 3 entering this inning. They're down to 2 outs away, but they got 2 base runners on, and a base hit could put Liberty Hill in the lead of this one. That pitch is in the dirt, and DeMars has worked the count full. 3-2, and wow, harsh racing here, folks. Liberty Hill looking to mount the comeback and try to win their 7th straight here at J. Seaver Field. Vaughn on the mound has pitched 6 1/3. He's looking to go the distance. Here's a 3-2 pitch to DeMars. Curveball hit by DeMars, foul down the third baseline, and curveball DeMars just a little bit early, and whew. Full count here for DeMars. And he's proving to be a tough out. If DeMars is able to get a base hit here, he'd put the Panthers at least tie this ball game. Vaughn's going to step off. He doesn't like the sign from Alonzo. And wow, big at bat here for the Panthers. DeMars in the box, the 3-2 pitch here from Vaughn. Fastball inside, rung him up, and DeMars in disbelief. And that's going to be the second out of the inning as DeMars is caught looking. You know, Cedar Park likes the call. Liberty Hill doesn't like the call, but it was in the ballpark, and with 2 outs here, head coach Laney Williams is going to pull Adam Vaughn and bring in a new arm. Wow. So they're going to have to go to the bullpen. It's Williams' second mound visit. I think that's how it should work. And it looks like it is. Adam Vaughn's night is done, and it looks like they're going to change arms here. Once we get who they change arms to, we'll take a quick 30-second break. Actually, we're going to stay right here. This is too exciting to leave. But looks like the new pitcher on the mound is going to be the third baseman, Mullen, is on the mound, and he's going to have the responsibility of closing. Is that Mullen? I can't tell. I think it is. Yeah, that's Mullen on the mound.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
No, it's
now
not.
Pitching for the Timberwolves, number 5, Ethan Becker.
It's Ethan Becker. So Ethan Becker on the mound. And he's going to have the responsibility of facing Trent Eller. It's 1 out left for the Panthers, but they got runners on second and third, and I don't know if I like the call here to take out Vaughn. I mean, Vaughn got you to where they were, and you know they're going to bring in a fresh arm to face Eller, but I don't know if I like that decision by head coach Laney Williams, but we'll see if it pays out. I mean, Becker throwing significantly less harder than Vaughn, maybe become an easier target for Eller at the plate. So once again, the go-ahead run on second base for Liberty Hill is Caden Noonschwander. Rutherford on third base. He's running for Carson Riley. And at the plate will be Trent Eller. Eller, a single in his second at-bat, 2 strikeouts otherwise on the night, and he's going to look to put one in play here. And Eller has been one of the Panthers' better hitters this season, and a senior, has experience. He's going to be someone you can trust in this situation. 1 out the Panthers have. They got to score to keep this ball game going. 2 runners on for Liberty Hill. Ethan Becker now on the mound for the Timberwolves. He's set. First pitch here from Becker. Fastball high for ball number 1. Becker just working from the stretch. Doesn't like his sign here he got from Alonzo. He's set now. The 1-0 here to Eller. Eller hits that into right field. The right fielder's going back. The right fielder looks to be under it, and he's able to make the catch for out number 3, and he ends the ball game. So that's the ball game as Eller, unable to get the last strike, flies out into deep right field to end the ball game. Some displeasure from Liberty Hill as they think they just have some displeasure, and that's just a tough way to lose, making a comeback and then just unable to get it done, and Liberty Hill's going to fall to the Timberwolves.
I think one of them does the...
We have a score update. Georgetown's leading Eastview by 2 in the top of the 5th. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a quick post-game segment. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
13, again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds, really close up the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
Well, welcome back here, Panther fans, where Liberty Hill falls to the Timberwolves by a score of 3-4. Just got the bats going a little too late, the Panthers did, and that's what's going to cost them in this game. Adam Vaughn, great job on the mound for the Timberwolves, went 6 2/3, and he got the win in this ball game. Liberty Hill had the chance to take the lead, just unable to here in the top of the 7th, and that's baseball for it. This game turned out to be a good district ball game between two of the top clubs in this district, and Liberty Hill's going to think they should have won. Cedar Park thinks, well, they did win, but if they lost, they would have thought that they should have won. Two great teams who I'm sure this won't impact either of these teams' success going forward. So what's next for Liberty Hill? Well, on Tuesday nights, they will face Marble Falls at home. That should be another turnaround game for the Panthers. They should be able to win that one pretty easily. The Mustangs at the bottom of the district standings. Panthers won fairly easily in Marble Falls last time. They were going to look to beat the Mustangs again at home on Tuesday. And Friday, they'll be at Leander High School, where that's a tough matchup at Leander against a good, scrappy Leander team. So they're going to have to come ready to play on their next road trip, and they'll be against Leander. Well, I'd like to thank you all for listening. This has been a great District 25 5A matchup. I've been Jason Hebner on the call. Once again, I'd like to thank our QA, Shane Schlowinski, tonight for making sure we sound good, giving us score updates as well. I'd also like to thank Suna Vinca and Merle Bertrand at Vype Live for always helping me out personally. So, that's going to be the end of our call tonight. Have a great Easter weekend, and join us here on Tuesday night at 6:50 as the Panthers look to bounce back against the Mustangs. You've been listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball.